Thursday. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. You can follow me on Instagram and message me directly at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, DM me on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here this Thursday with you, just like it is each and every week. And I want to thank my co-host sitting in with me on episode 152.
Yes.
Live from the Sphere Podcast Studios, man. Known the world over as not only Mr. Pure Hustle, not only the Texas Real Estate King. We talking about a successful real estate broker, a multi-time author, and a serial entrepreneur. Sitting in with us at the Prime Real Estate Network this Thursday is Mr. LarryWBrooks. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man. I always love the cheers, man. I always get, it's my warm moment. My warm moment around 12-something every Thursday. That's one of my warm moments when that comes through. But things good, man. I can't complain at all, Rick. Things have been exciting, and always appreciative. We rocking and rolling with episode 153. So.
Oh no! Without any further ado, I would like to introduce this week's guest.
Yeah.
She is one of the foremost experts in home staging and home marketing here in the greater Houston area. I want to thank her so much for carving some time out of her busy schedule, because on a Thursday, we know in the real estate industry, that's leading up to open house weekend. No telling what she had to move around on her schedule to be able to sit in with us for a half an hour.
Yeah.
She is not only the foremost expert, like I mentioned, but she is the owner and founder of Evie and Company LLC Home Staging. Thank you so much for sitting in with us, Miss Leonie Hunter. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Now I have to mention the dope background where you are right now.
Yes.
So, the reason why I wanted to mention that, because I think sometimes for those in the home selling community, those people who are thinking about listing their homes, because it's so competitive right now in the city of Houston as far as homes that are on the market, what consumers are looking for as far as what they're purchasing, that they're definitely taking stock in who they reach out to.
Correct.
As far as who stages their home from a real estate perspective so that they can get that maximum value. So, Ms. Hunter, please share with our audience what it is that you and your husband do at Evie and Company LLC and what value you offer to the community.
So at Leonie Hunter LLC, we are a home staging and redesign firm. And basically what that means is we use one of the most effective tools in real estate, most effective marketing tool in real estate, which is home staging. It really allows you to get top dollar on your property and keeps it on the market for as little time as possible. So we work tirelessly to make sure that our product, from beginning to end, from the time you reach out to us to the time we destage and stage your next property, that you have a resort-like experience. We want to make sure that we revolutionize home staging in the real estate market, and that's what we work to do all the time.
Like that resort style. Come on. And I got to ask you, Larry, because as not only a broker, but as one of the foremost real estate marketing experts in the Houston area over the last 20 years, could you talk about, from just a realtor's perspective, how competitive it is to get those choice listings in those hot neighborhoods, and how having someone like Ms. Hunter on your team can put you in a position to win those listings?
It's a given nowadays. You know, it's crazy because back in the year, if you asked me 5 years ago, it was still a toss-up if you actually needed someone to come in and help your clients either not physically declutter, but give them an understanding on what stage it could do to an empty home, or if someone has furniture that may not be appealing, what the proper furniture and staging, or the architect. I look at stagers as artists, right? They're able to visualize something and put it in motion that's going to allow your property to move quickly. It's not like it used to be. It used to be an option. Now it's a must. If you want to move something in these particular times or units, or something at a maximum price range that most people want right now. So,
and I have to ask you this, Ms. Hunter, because I'm sure in our audience there's going to be a lot of first-time home sellers. Mm-hmm. Those who've never had their home on the market for sale before. And they may not necessarily consider that once you take all of your personal furniture out, that is now just an empty home. Could you speak to those who don't have much experience with home staging as far as the true value of staging a home so that when prospective buyers come in, you can give them an idea of how the home lives?
Yes, and there's so many points I can go over, but I'm going to try to keep it brief. But the one of the main points I could think of is when it's the statistics say that if you spend about 1% to 1.5% of your listing price on home staging, you should see about a 5 to 15% return on your investment.
Oh, wow, that's deep.
So that a lot of people think I don't want to put this money up front or something like that, but understand that when you put money into staging, you can't redo a first impression. Yeah. And once you do that, you want to make sure you set a lasting and a really strong impression. Yeah. And when you stage, it's always less expensive than your first price reduction. Just remember that.
To wondering, what was your life like before you became a business owner, entrepreneur, and businesswoman? What did you do before you started to evolve into the business person that we see before us today?
Yes, it took a long journey. I didn't go straight from high school to college and into interior design. I took a longer road because there was insecurities in me that that I had to work through. And I'm glad I went through those things first so I can get to this place where I am more confident in my business ability and in my design ability. And so after college, I went into work. I moved to Texas. I'm from California originally. Okay. And I moved to Texas in 2012. And I started working at the University of Texas as a community development specialist. And basically, I planned events and I helped to bring awareness of policies that negatively affected communities of color in Austin. Okay. So that was my day-to-day job, and I loved it. I have a social work heart. I love serving. I love policy. I love policy briefs. I love research and all that stuff, but that wasn't my call. As I said, I've been doing interior design since high school, and I didn't feel like that was serious enough for me at the time, but it kept calling me, it kept pulling me, and I decided to end the 9-to-5 cold turkey and go straight into the staging business.
One of the things that Larry and I like to ask every entrepreneur that we have opportunity to interview on the show is, when you think back to some of your earliest memories, were there members of your family, your inner circle, or someone that had an influence over you at that early stage that may have been a business owner, that may have given you an example of what it would be like to own your own business, to promote your own brand, to be your own boss? When you think back, is there anyone who you think may have influenced you in that way?
So nobody specifically in my family, but I gained inspiration from just about anywhere, like especially TD Jakes is one of my greatest inspirations, just his story and where he's come from and what he's built. And having hard workers in my family is an inspiration, but specifically for business, it literally could just be from anything. And a lot of my inspiration comes from just the ability to create jobs and create places of employment for people to have a better work-life balance. That was what really.
Audience, there are real estate professionals, realtors, brokers who are interested in introducing not only yourself, your company, but also your entire brand to their office and all the real estate professionals that work with them. How can those people get in contact with you to schedule a consultation, and how can they follow you on social media?
Yes, so you can email me. Best form of contact for consultations is staging@evyandco.com. Our phone number is 713-904-1449. And you can follow us on social media at EV and Company. Company is spelled out.
Absolutely. Because you have so many things that you have coming up on the horizon. So please share with our audience, when they follow you on Instagram and keep up with the movement, what they can expect from EV and Company in the future.
Okay, so what you can expect from Evie and Company is we're going to be releasing our continuing education course for real estate agents. So you'll be able to get 3 credits for a 3-hour course for any elective classes that you need. So that's on Evie and Company side. And we got, just work coming up, some design and stuff that we could share, just our projects and stuff like that. But also on the Leonie Hunter side, I'll be launching a YouTube channel focused on business development. And you can hear more about my story. You can hear more about how I grew this business, because there's principles across any service-based business that you should follow, no matter if it's staging, cleaning, or whatever. So I'm going to be talking about those